They have deliberately kept this truth hidden from you, not just doctors, but also supplement corporations and the multi-billion-dollar anti-aging industry. Because if you knew, there's a very good chance you would stop buying up to 90% of the products they make enormous profits from. After the age of 60, our muscles don't just get weaker, they are quietly being wiped out. This is a trillion-dollar health crisis, yet seniors are rarely warned about it. The global market for sarcopenia, yes, muscle loss, has become a business, is now flooded with protein powders, energy bars, and supplements that promise miracle results. But this is not just a gym problem, nor simply a matter of protein intake. The real cause lies at the cellular level. And here's the shocking part. Many peer-reviewed scientific studies have revealed that certain familiar vegetables contain rare compounds capable of reactivating the body's internal muscle self-repair system. Even in aging bodies, we are talking about plant compounds that, in many trials, have outperformed some pharmaceutical drug. And yet, while corporations quietly cash in, billions of dollars are spent promoting products that do nothing unless the right muscle activation signal is present. In today's video, we'll share the 5 most powerful vegetables that can help regenerate muscle and naturally fight sarcopenia. This list will be arranged from the least effective to the most powerful, and you'll want to watch until the very end, because the vegetable in second place has been clinically proven to restore muscle fibers in older adults in as little as 10 days, but only if you prepare it the right way. Done incorrectly, it could actually make your muscles weaken even faster. Before we begin, where are you tuning in from today? Leave a comment, we read and reply to each one. You are not alone, we're on this journey together. And now, without keeping you waiting any longer, let's start with number 5, the forgotten root vegetable that can restore blood flow to your legs and bring strength back to your body. Number 5, beets. In the world of food, beets are like a forgotten charging station, overlooked by most, yet potentially a golden key for anyone over 60 who feels their legs are no longer as agile or their muscle strength isn't what it used to be. Many people believe that maintaining muscle simply means lifting weights or drinking more protein shakes. But the truth is, if your blood isn't delivering enough oxygen and nutrients to every single muscle fiber, no matter how perfect your workout and diet are, the results will never be complete. As we age, our blood vessels often become stiffer and narrower. It's like water pipes getting clogged. The flow of water, in this case, blood, to the fields, your muscles, is restricted, slowing down nourishment and repair. This is where beets shine. They are rich in natural nitrates, which the body converts into nitric oxide, a compound that relaxes and widens blood vessels. The result: blood flow increases, nutrients reach muscles faster, and the muscle repair process becomes much more active. A 2018 study published in the Journal of Gerontology found that older adults who drank concentrated beet juice before walking had up to 38% more oxygen circulating within their muscles. This translates into greater endurance, faster recovery, and improved mobility. I recall one patient, a retired woman in her early 72nd, who struggled to stand up in the mornings. Every step required holding onto the railing for fear of losing balance. After nearly falling in her kitchen, she came to me for advice. Instead of relying solely on physical therapy, I suggested adding raw beets to her diet, starting with thin slices in her fruit smoothies, blended with orange and apple to soften the earthy taste. Just 1 week later, she reported that her feet felt warmer at night, and the tingling in her calves had noticeably reduced. By the 2nd week, she could climb stairs without holding the railing. By the 4th week, her test results showed faster walking speed, better balance, and leg strength that was nearly reborn. This wasn't magic, it was simply the science of blood circulation and muscle nourishment. The key is that preparation determines the power of beets. Overcooking, whether boiling or roasting, can destroy more than 60% of those valuable nitrates. The optimal way is to eat them raw, thinly shaved, or lightly steamed. You can add half a beet to your morning smoothie, or dice it into a salad with lemon juice and olive oil. Even beet powder or unsweetened cold-pressed beet juice can provide significant benefits, and the benefits don't stop at muscles. The nitric oxide from beets can also help lower blood pressure, reduce arterial stiffness, and improve nighttime circulation, leading to deeper sleep. Many people walk right past beets in the supermarket, not realizing they're ignoring a powerful tool for protecting both muscle and heart health. If your legs feel heavy, your walking pace has slowed, or you wake up with stiffness and muscle aches, the problem may not be weak muscles. Your muscles may simply be thirsty for oxygen, and beets are one of the quickest ways to deliver that nourishment. However, the next vegetable I'm going to share works through a completely different mechanism. It not only increases blood flow but also changes how muscles store energy, something most older adults have never heard about. Number 4. Sweet potatoes. For many people, sweet potatoes evoke the warm memories of family meals. But for those of you aged 60 and above, especially when your muscles have begun to weaken, this humble root vegetable can be a far more powerful health ally than it appears. As the body enters the aging stage, muscle decline doesn't just come from reduced physical activity. It also stems from more subtle factors: chronic inflammation, diminished blood sugar control, and unstable energy levels. One lesser-known aspect is the body's ability to store glycogen, the stored form of energy in muscle cells. When this ability declines, muscles lose strength more quickly. Sweet potatoes, with their rich supply of complex carbohydrates, beta-carotene, potassium, and antioxidants, not only replenish energy but also help the body recover from damage. Scientists have noted that a diet rich in antioxidant-containing root vegetables can improve muscle protein synthesis and reduce oxidative damage in skeletal muscle within just a few weeks. I once met a 70-year-old man in Florida, a retired physical education teacher. He had been active his whole life, but by age 68, his legs began to feel weak, and fatigue would set in even after short walks. At first, he thought it was simply part of aging, but after changing his diet, replacing white rice and refined bread with baked sweet potatoes drizzled with olive oil and a sprinkle of cinnamon, within just 2 weeks, his leg strength improved noticeably, and the post-meal fatigue nearly disappeared. After a month, he was able to return to tending his garden without feeling exhausted. The special thing about sweet potatoes is their ability to maintain stable energy levels in the muscles. Thanks to their high potassium content and slow digestion rate, they help prevent energy crashes after meals and keep insulin levels steady. This is critical because insulin not only regulates blood sugar but also acts as a key to deliver amino acids into muscle cells, boosting recovery. Additionally, sweet potatoes are rich in magnesium and manganese, 2 essential minerals for muscle contraction and bone health. Deficiencies in these minerals can prolong recovery time and increase muscle soreness, even after light activity. To maximize the benefits, you should prepare sweet potatoes with the skin on by baking or steaming to preserve their antioxidant content. A medium-sized sweet potato for lunch or dinner can provide steady energy, helping prevent evening weakness and afternoon fatigue. The important thing to remember is this: muscle loss isn't always an inevitable consequence of aging. Sometimes it's simply a matter of nutrition, and with the right choices, you can absolutely reverse that process. If you find this sharing helpful, kindly comment with the number 4 below. That's a simple way for me to know that you are still interested and accompanying me on this journey toward living healthier and improving your quality of life each day. The next vegetable is even more remarkable. It can trigger effects similar to strength training at the cellular level, even if you haven't lifted a weight in years. Number 3. Spinach. For many people, spinach is remembered as a vegetable that sharpens vision or boosts iron intake. But in reality, for those over 60, it's also a quiet engine for building muscle strength, a benefit few people recognize. Modern nutritional research has found that spinach contains a group of natural compounds called phytosteroids, plant-derived chemical signals that act like a gentle reminder to muscle cells, encouraging them to maintain and develop strength. Among these compounds, one in particular, 20-hydroxyectisone, has attracted special attention for its ability to stimulate protein synthesis in muscle tissue, even when you don't exercise regularly. A study published in the Archives of Toxicology showed that individuals supplementing with this compound daily could increase their lean muscle mass by more than 10% in just 10 days without changing their activity level. For older adults, that difference could mean the ability to keep walking confidently instead of relying on a cane within just a year. Take, for example, Ellen, age 74. She was never a fan of the gym, but she maintained an active lifestyle. After a mild winter cold and a prolonged loss of appetite, she began noticing weakness in her arms. Even carrying a grocery bag made her hands tremble. Instead of accepting this as just aging, she followed the advice of her grandson, a nutrition student, and started adding spinach to her daily meals, blending it into smoothies, cooking it into soups, or sautéing it with garlic and olive oil. Within 10 days, she noticed a gentle tightness returning to her arms. 3 weeks later, she was carrying groceries up the stairs without stopping to rest. As she put it, "It felt like I had reconnected with my own body." Mechanistically, spinach doesn't just supply protein, it also instructs the body to use protein more efficiently. Its special compounds activate mTOR, a key biological pathway for muscle building, and remain effective even in aging muscle cells. In addition, spinach is rich in magnesium, which helps reduce muscle cramps and spasms, vitamin K, which supports muscle elasticity by strengthening connective tissue, and nitrates, which help the body produce more nitric oxide, improving blood flow and oxygen delivery to muscles, an essential factor for recovery in older age. You don't need to eat pounds of spinach to benefit. Just 1–2 cups a day, lightly cooked or blended raw, is enough to activate these biological switches. Adding a little lemon juice or vinegar can boost mineral absorption, and you should avoid overboiling to preserve sensitive nutrients. If you've noticed your arms or legs feeling weaker, or your balance isn't what it used to be, spinach might be the silent trainer you never knew you had. And here's the exciting part: the next vegetable can go even deeper, targeting one of the root causes of muscle weakness: chronic, low-grade inflammation in the body. Number 2. Red cabbage. Many of you might not think of red cabbage when talking about muscle strength, but in reality, it's a reliable ally, especially if you're over 60 and often wake up with stiffness, pain, or swelling in your knees and hips. These symptoms are not simply a sign of aging. They're often linked to low-grade chronic inflammation, a silent but destructive factor that accelerates muscle loss, sarcopenia. Biologically, as the body enters the aging stage, inflammatory molecules such as interleukin-6 or C-reactive protein, CRP, tend to appear more frequently. They damage muscle tissue faster than the body can repair it. The special thing about red cabbage lies in its high anthocyanin content, the pigments that give it its deep purple color, which also act as natural anti-inflammatories. Science has confirmed this. A study published in Frontiers in Nutrition found that older adults who consumed anthocyanin-rich foods, such as red cabbage, daily reduced markers of oxidative stress that damage muscles by up to 40%. Not only that, their grip strength and walking speed improved significantly after just 4 weeks. This is a remarkable figure, as it shows that small dietary changes can make a big difference in quality of life. I remember an older gentleman named William, 68, who used to think that weakness and joint pain were just part of getting old. He was used to taking painkillers and accepting a slower pace, but one day, when a friend invited him to help with some yard work, he realized his body could no longer keep up. After just a few shovelfuls, his hands trembled and his thighs burned after only a few minutes of bending over. The shortness of breath and feeling of helplessness weighed on him. That evening, he happened to read an article about anti-inflammatory vegetables, which highlighted the benefits of red cabbage. So, he began adding it to his meals, sometimes raw in salads, sometimes lightly stir-fried with apples and onions, or added to stews. After 2 weeks, the stiffness in his hands eased noticeably. After 3 weeks, he was back in the garden, this time with a renewed sense of energy. The benefits of red cabbage go beyond reducing inflammation. Anthocyanins also help protect the mitochondria, the power plants of muscle cells. When mitochondria are weakened by age or inflammation, muscles fatigue quickly, even after climbing just a few steps. Conversely, when mitochondria are healthy, energy production is maintained, helping you move more efficiently for longer. Red cabbage is also a rich source of vitamin C, which plays a crucial role in collagen synthesis, the protein that connects and protects muscle structure. On top of that, its natural fiber supports gut microbiota, which in turn helps regulate inflammation throughout the body. Research has shown that a healthy gut often goes hand in hand with a more stable immune system. To maximize its benefits, you should eat red cabbage raw or lightly steamed. If stewing it, add a splash of vinegar to boost antioxidant capacity, and pair it with healthy fats such as olive oil to aid nutrient absorption. Just about half a cup a day can gradually help restore strength that has been worn away by years of silent chronic inflammation. And sometimes, what you need to awaken the hidden strength in your muscles isn't a gym or heavy workouts, but simply a plate of fresh, delicious red cabbage on your table every day. And if you are still watching up to this point, I would like to invite you to leave the number 2 in the comments. This will let me know that you have received valuable insights and found them helpful. Number 1. Watercress. In the world of leafy greens, there's one that is almost always overlooked, yet it carries the power to support your muscles in later life more effectively than almost anything else. Many people think of watercress only as a garnish, but recent science has revealed it as the silent hero when it comes to protecting and restoring muscle strength. What makes watercress unique is its rare combination of vitamin C, calcium, beta-carotene, and a group of compounds called glucosinolates. These compounds not only help control inflammation, but also send direct signals to aging muscle cells to trigger regeneration. Researchers at several U.S. universities have found that, in older adults, a diet rich in vegetables containing glucosinolates can significantly improve grip strength, increase muscular endurance, and noticeably reduce inflammation. This isn't just nutrition, this is rejuvenation at the cellular level. I remember a woman named Margaret, 74, who lived in the suburbs of Chicago. She used to walk every morning, but then her legs began to feel heavy, her muscles ached persistently, and by midday they would stiffen. She tried increasing her protein intake, added magnesium supplements, but saw little improvement. One day, her daughter brought home a bag of watercress from a local farmer's market. "Mom, try adding this to your salad," she said. At first, Margaret only used a few sprigs, then gradually added it to soups and sandwiches. Within just a few weeks, she noticed she could go grocery shopping and walk home without needing a rest. Her doctor was even surprised to see her calves looking noticeably firmer. Why such a change? Watercress ranks extremely high on the Aggregate Nutrient Density Index, ANDI, meaning it has an exceptionally high nutrient content per calorie. In particular, it contains lutein, quercetin, and isothiocyanates, powerful antioxidants that neutralize free radicals that damage muscle tissue and slow repair. At the same time, the natural nitrates in watercress help improve blood flow to muscles, much like the effect of beets. This combination creates the ideal environment for recovery: better circulation, reduced inflammation, more energy, and stronger repair signals throughout the body. Another advantage of watercress is that you don't need to cook it. Eating it raw preserves all its nutrients. Simply sprinkle it over salads, blend it into smoothies, or add it to soups after cooking. Its mild peppery bite adds freshness, and just a small handful each day can bring noticeable change. If you're over 60 and feel your physical strength fading, remember that sometimes the solution comes from something so simple it's easy to overlook. Watercress is not just a food, it's a spark that can reignite your health. After age 60, the loss of muscle mass is not something you can take lightly. This isn't merely about looking fit, it's directly linked to your ability to walk steadily without fear of falling, to stand upright without losing balance, and to live each day without constant worry. This condition, known in medicine as sarcopenia, develops silently over many years, but when it becomes evident, it has a profound impact on health. The good news is that you don't need to rely on medications or expensive gym memberships to prevent it. The 5 vegetables we've discussed: beets, sweet potatoes, spinach, purple cabbage, and watercress are all real, easily accessible, and affordable foods. They are not just everyday vegetables. They are allies that help improve blood circulation, reduce inflammation, stimulate protein synthesis for muscle, and support energy metabolism. These are the key factors your body needs to naturally regenerate and restore muscle strength. I often remind people to treat every meal as an opportunity to nourish their health, because what you put into your body today is the foundation for your resilience tomorrow. If this information has helped you understand the importance of nutrition, please don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a loved one or a friend over 60 so they, too, can have the chance to improve their health. Have you ever tried one of these vegetables? Which one has given you the most noticeable results? Share your experience in the comments. And if you found this useful, subscribe to receive more daily tips, science-based and practical, to help you take charge of your health naturally. Muscle strength does not vanish with age. It simply waits to be awakened by the right care and nourishment. If you have questions or would like to share your own experience, don't hesitate to leave a comment. We truly value your input. Thank you for watching.